I'm back at the filming spot. It's a sunny day today. Hooray! I've got a video. Kick that intro. Hello guys and welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about a project that I've been working on for the last quite a while. The seeds of this project were planted last Christmas time, on the Christmas holidays, and I have been working on it. It's been building up speed and I am pretty excited. So, some of you may know this already, but I am creating an RPG called Ashen. This game is super rules light. Some of the best role-playing sessions that I've ever had have been where there was hardly any mechanical stuff happening. There's hardly any combat, and it was mainly the characters advancing through the story, talking to people, and a plot unwinding. So I wanted to create a game that is based primarily around the story, so you don't have to worry about the mechanics. They are super simple. Another thing that I wanted to include in this game is poetry, because I've always thought poetry is cool. So there's a mechanic in this game where after a certain number of play, one of the players writes a poem, and this poem could probably be from the point of view of their character, or it doesn't have to be. And so you document your game by writing a bunch of poems relating to the events that have happened, and you have this stack of like cards with poems on it at the end. I wanted it to focus also on the dice, hence the bones in the name, and I wanted each dice to be special. So you use the 7 dice. Surprisingly, each die is used for the exact same thing. When you're trying to do an attempt of any kind, you roll 1 die. If it's odd, you fail, and if it is even, you succeed. I had the idea for this during the Christmas holidays, and I spent an afternoon, scribbled all my ideas down in a notebook, and then left it for a while. I did a bit of playing of it, I told my friends. So like I said, I focus on the dice, even though you have the basic mechanic is odd and even, which is a binary outcome. I've added some things to make it more interesting, one of which is a hard and easy mechanic. On an easy roll, you roll 2 dice, and both of them have to fail to fail. Hard, you roll 2 dice, and both of them have to succeed to succeed. So it kind of is like a 50% increase or decrease in difficulty. Another thing is, each die has a special effect that occurs when it is rolled. I'm not going to go into detail what all these are. You'll have to purchase the game when it's released on Drive-Thru RPG, which I have no idea when that's going to be, but it's going to happen. I've got 4 classes: a basic fighter, thief, wizard, and cleric. They're not called that. I came up with dumb other names for them. Actually, cool name. They're not dumb. They're very... In the book, I'm going to include a nice hefty chapter about the world that I'm including in the product. I'm going to maybe put in some GM prep tips. There's going to be some cool magic items, and I'm looking forward to it. I really love the loot tables on this. They're kind of really crappy. So the setting that I'm kind of going for is, it's low fantasy, dark, grim, deadly. So your character's got like 5 hit points. Boom. Each hit is 1 hit point. Hence the name hit points. Makes more sense, doesn't it? When you get to 0, you're dead. Now, a cool thing I included is, when you get to 0 hit points in the middle of the combat, you don't actually die outright. You are mortally wounded, and you will die. There is no reversing that, unless you have very powerful magic. But you can continue to fight for the rest of the battle. Yeah, your heroic last stand! And then, at the end of the fight, you drop dead, you cry out, "Avenge me! And carry on my mission!" And you hold out your sword to your companions and you fall staggering to your knees, blood trickling out of your nostrils. And it's epic. In games like 5e, you go down, you're rolling your death saves, you're kind of unconscious, dwindling out on the ground. Let me just tell you, it kind of sucks. I don't understand why that exists, but this is my solution to that. One thing about the game is, it's got the main mechanic and it's got a few other specific mechanics, but I'm not going to go into detail. I've got a rules for darkness, which you might have heard a bit about in my last video when I was talking about darkness, and some rules for retainers, which can come as you get to higher levels. The class has 2 powers, one which you start with and one which you unlock later as your adventures progress, which is kind of when you become a hero instead of just a victim trying to survive. That's kind of the turning point when you unlock your secondary power, which is a little bit hopefully going to be better. I haven't finalized what all these powers are going to be yet because some of them are pretty lame, and hopefully they work out. I'm hoping to publish this game on Drive-Thru RPG as a PDF and possibly a hardcover book. As soon as this is published, I will throw up an announcement on my YouTube channel, I'll throw up an announcement on my Instagram, and maybe I will edit this video, put a link in the description, so if you're watching this when it's published, go down there, click it, buy it. It won't be that expensive. One thing is the magic system. It's very simple. The two magic users are the Bender, which is the equivalent of a mage, and a Fool, which is the equivalent of a cleric or a priest. The magic system is, you have this certain sphere of magic, so the mage starts out with elemental magic. You describe to your game master what kind of effect you want to create, and the game master will determine how hard that roll is. You make the roll, and if you succeed, you create the effect. I've been making all the art for this book, which has been really fun. I've just been drawing kind of as I go, making some stuff. You've probably seen a couple of the pieces of art if you follow my Instagram, because I've been posting some stuff on there that I've been doing for Ashen Bones. I'm really excited, and maybe you are too, and that would be great. Oh my goodness, see you in the next one. Thanks for watching this video. Oh, it's Ashen Bones coming to you soon. It's like a big balloon. Ashen Bones, it's a game that I just made one afternoon, and hopefully it's cool.